professional looking news or magazine site from start to finish, because today we're working with WordPress, next on Through the Donut Hole. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is secure a host for your new website. You can't just design a site without a host, because the host, or rather on the host servers, is where all your site files and content lives. So you need to be able to choose a host which one is going to support WordPress, and for the purposes of this tutorial has access to cPanel and quick install. I prefer HostGator. This is not an advertisement. I am not sponsored by HostGator. I prefer them personally. HostGator, if you see this, we really need to talk about your affiliate and partner program, but that's another story. So like I said, I prefer HostGator. They have access to cPanel, and they're just a great overall company. They have great support, and I've never had an issue with them. So if you go to HostGator.com and click web hosting, you'll see that they offer the hatchling plan and the baby plan. These are both optimal for WordPress. One of the big differences between the two is single versus unlimited domains. If you're only ever going to have one domain name like mydomain.com, then hatchling will work for you. I prefer the baby plan, so I can have room to grow if I want mywebsite.com, mywebsite.net, and mywebsite.org. So you can have as many of those domains as you want on the baby plan and still get one-click installs and unmetered bandwidth. So I prefer that one. Now again, you don't have to go with HostGator, but make sure whoever you do go with has cPanel access and one-click installs. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time following along with this tutorial. Once you sign up for your HostGator or your other web hosting package, whoever you went with, you're going to get an email confirmation saying that you signed up, and some of the things that they're going to send you are credentials. One of the credentials you need are cPanel login credentials and a link to your cPanel login. Get that information, and then we'll meet back here and we'll start at the cPanel. See you guys in a second. So before we really get into the control panel, there's one other thing that we need to talk about, and that is content. You can't start a website without some kind of content. You don't want to start a website with demo imported content or no content at all. In fact, for the type of site we're creating today, a newspaper or a magazine site, it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get the layout how I showed you previously with no content at all or just minimal content. We need to have a few articles up there to be able to make it look how I've showed you in the example. And so if you take a look here, I've got a folder that is full of, well, I've got one sample article that I'm going to choose over and over again because for the purposes of this tutorial, that's all I need. It's an article that I wrote on a DDoS attack some time ago, so it's okay for me to use it. Other than that, I've got a full folder full of images for tech and travel stock art images that are royalty free that I'm going to use for this demo. And that'll be enough to get me started, and it's going to be enough to get you guys started basically. And with this, I'm going to achieve exactly what I showed you at the start of this video. We're going to build that exact website. So, I mean, you can see I've just got about 12 stock art images, one article that I'm going to use over and over again. That's going to show you how to get the layout right, and it'll show you guys how to create posts and everything. So let's go ahead and get started then in cPanel. So if you navigate over to your cPanel, you'll see at the top you have a find option or a search bar. Go ahead and type in quick for quick install, and you'll see pop up down there under the software menu is the quick install option. Go ahead and click that. And then on the quick install page, you'll see one of the options is WordPress. Go ahead and click that. And this is the install page for WordPress. You'll see it'll ask you to select a domain. So whatever domain you just created, hosting for or have had hosting for, go ahead and select that out of the drop-down menu. And then if you want it on your main domain, so like if I wanted to create a WordPress site on donutonline.com, I would just select donutonline.com from the drop-down and click next. But if I wanted to do it on a directory or in a new directory like donutonline.com/magsite, then we can do that. You just type in magsite or whatever you want.